Mr. Mensah, the various political parties seem to have been saying different things over the last few months, but now everybody seems to be saying that they will fight Galamsey if they are elected. They will fight Galamsey. Is it more of the talk shop, as somebody made a comment about? Napo was saying here that it says here in the Anchor newspaper on page 2, Napo also mentioned that the NPP's 2024 manifesto includes a detailed plan for addressing Galamsey and promoting a golden age of Ghanaian-owned small-scale mining. All right, so I don't know what your thoughts are on the fight so far, and of course our engagement in this matter.
Well, first of all, I asked myself one question. Are we in crisis? And my answer is yes.
Yes, we're in crisis.
And when we are in crisis, you don't wait for things to get out of hand before you do it. Yesterday, watching the various groups on TV, just spewing out their views on the very way they want this thing to be addressed, one thing just came to mind. It must really take an intransigent administration not to listen. Now, listening to Elvis, I come to one conclusion. Look, you see where he comes from, and then he says, okay, now let's let foreigners lead the fight. That tells you that we know our failures. We know our failures. One of the tapes that was played, that's the report from Kanaku.
Yes.
You have Major Don Chebe. What did he tell us? At the tail end of it, in fact, during the operation, a chief appeared with the police officer to come and intervene in the arrest. And he refused and said that, no, I'm taking the people to the Chebe command because I know when I leave them for you will just get them free. The interference is our problem. The causes of our failures, we know. We know. So, Elvis, what I think is that you don't really need an evaluation. The people talking, they know. This is not the first time we've embarked on this thing. No. 2016, when we started, we went on the street. We went on the street, distributed pamphlets and all that. Yeah. When government stepped in to do something, within 3 months, we saw action.
Yes.
Now,
water bodies were even improving.
What we are faced with now is the eminent problem of water supply for the larger majority of our people. Yeah. And can we wait till some other time to be able to stop this? I say no. Act now. All the people were saying, all of them, they want one action. They say, let's go. You see, when you hear some of the people against it and talking, they are like, we can't ban mining. Nobody is calling for a ban on mining. They say, place a temporary ban. Let's move to the places that we are having those problems. Let's move to the water bodies we are having those problems. Look, if you are not close to the action, I mean, if you don't know these places, you can sit in your Accra and laugh. But for some of us, for those who know, those who live with the problem, it is very disheartening. Yesterday, I watched one old man saying that, Birim, I use the water in even building he said his first building, but he looks at the water now and he thinks that it can't be used for anything. There was a time ago, there was a report from the Esum and areas and all those things. Farming areas, they can't even, when they go, those times when they are going to farm, they go to farm and they are even able to drink the stream, the water. Now they can't do that. The water itself cannot be used.
This is actually from Esum.
Yes, the water itself cannot be used. If you know Esum very well, the greenery, the serenity, the palm plantation and all. See the destruction that is being caused just because of the greediness of a few people. And you tell me that we should wait? No.
You can't wait.
Let's just place a ban. The state of emergency allows government to be able to maneuver itself and then do things that is right. Like, let me put it in that manner. But when you move into places like this, just let us put a temporary ban on these activities. Now, see, we might pretend We might pretend not to have seen it, which we've done. You go on the Konongo Road, the people were mining close to the highway.
Yeah.
Government pumped money in constructing the highway. And government want to tell me that it wants that kind of money to go waste. No, in the Western region, I'll get you the name. In the Western region, same. When ballot box, ballot box, we had a call from one guy who was a cocoa. He is a cocoa officer. Cocoa officer. He works with PBC. Okay. He works with PBC, Cocoa Board, and he says that they woke up just this recently. He said they woke up one morning, went to a site that they reclaimed and planted cocoa, number of acres, everything down. And when they send me pictures from that place, a neatly constructed road, the people have eaten under. Recently, we saw a story where somebody was going to ease herself and then fell into
a pregnant woman.
Look, the Brim area, in fact, if the Chebi area, if you know Abusko, the Brim runs across. So sometimes that's their, for the borders, that's the escape route. When you want to go to town, then you pass there. Now, those places have been mined to the extent that even their dormitories are being threatened. And these are being done deliberately by people who know the effects. What happened? If you ask me, Elvis, there was nothing like a fight. It was just a change of guard. There was nothing like a fight. So we come and say we are fighting, but the fight is that okay, Kweku, you were enjoying those times. So live there. Let my people go there, and then they also start, and then under protection. Why we not here when some people went into the forest reserves, and when concerns were raised, the whole lot of explanation were given, which you can't make one or two out of it. But that is not it. Where we've reached a point where we can all agree that we are in crisis. Napo's call, he says the various political parties you agree to a pact. Yes, I agree. Because when you all agree to a pact, and why is he saying so? He's saying so because the political people involved use the issue of Galamsey to their advantage. And so they will point out, they will give you facts to say that when Nanado promised and then started the fight, it affected him in almost all the mining areas. And what didn't we see? We saw videos of then NDC members going there to promise the people that when we come back, in fact, to the extent that there was a time that they even said that when they come, all those who have been arrested will release you. Under what excuse? The excuse is that the big people are there, and therefore will release you, and then go and pick the big people. That's okay. You see the excuse. It empowers the people to go on to do the wrong thing. But really, can we sit down and then watch what do you call it, a swamp area? Look at it. And we are happy about it. Or because maybe we can buy, you the one watching, you the policy maker, you the one to take advantage of this, and then you can buy pure water. Wait until that pure water, or so that is manufactured here in Ghana, is contaminated by the very activities you've refused to intervene. And who tells you? If you ask me, I say that if without interference, if you give this thing to the military, they'll be able to execute
without interference.
Without interference. Without interference.
I actually wanted to say that. Elvis, we've done this thing before. Do you remember lockdown? You remember the state of Ghana during the 3-week lockdown? You realize that the government has a lot of power and can use it if it wants to use it. I believe that the statement Nanado made was very significant when he said, we know how to bring the economy back, but we don't know how to bring lives back. So I believe that, again, if we believe this water situation and this mining situation affecting our water bodies is a threat to our very existence, then maybe we should take that same approach. Because it was an EI-64 that was written, put out there, and then they operated under that, and a state of emergency. If we do that, I think we can do it. I mean, it's a very interesting submission that we need the foreigners and their help and everything. But I think we actually have the capacity, because we showed the world how to handle COVID. We showed the world how to handle COVID. You know?
Kweko?
Yeah.
You are talking as it's not done before.
Yeah.
2 years in Akufo-Addo's government, there was a ban on mining in this country.
Yes. And,
So why?
and our waters improved.
No, if it had worked, why are we here?
No, but you see, remember that 2020,
No,
the fortunes of the politicians.
Please, if the ban had worked, you are
Yeah.
talking about a ban. I'm saying there was a 2-year ban
Yes.
on mining.
Yes.
What happened? Why are we still here?
That's the point. You see,
If that ban had, if ban you are calling for works,
Yes.
and we had a 2-year ban
Yes.
on mining,
Yes.
why are we back here?
we are back because there was nothing like enforcement.
No.
So
No,
things were announced, and then after some time, interference, and then also this thing about change of guards.
This is what I'm telling you, that, see, we all know the problem. We all agree that we need to fight it. But the fights we have embarked on have all failed.
Okay.
Have we come out with why it failed publicly? And have we come out and say, because it failed this way, this is the new strategy of fighting it? That's the question I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't fight Galamsey. My point is simple. We've banned mining for 2 years before. We've gone in. Why are we here? It tells you that something fundamentally is wrong.
Elvis,
until we identify that, then the strategy we used in the past will not be the same.
Okay.
But
Elvis,
we are
let's take
deploying a new group, and we don't know what strategy. The same strategy they are going to repeat.
All right.
It will not work.
Let's take a
That's
quick
my
break.
problem.